thanks to a shipment of snow. We'll explain what that's all about, but right now...
Yes, right now, top military brass briefed Congress on progress in Iraq this week. Kentucky Congressman Davis recently returned from Baghdad, where he met with both General David Petraeus and Ambassador Ryan Crocker. He joins us now from Cincinnati, Ohio, and welcome to the program this morning, sir. Thanks for joining us. I want to ask you, is the surge working in your opinion?
Well, I think that one thing that's important to keep in mind is the troops for the reinforcement just got in place on June 15th. Security has dramatically improved in many areas. It's certainly not as fast as they'd originally hoped, but particularly in Anbar province, we've seen a very dramatic drop of incidents in Salahuddin and Diyala. But Baghdad is progressively becoming more secure, and security is ultimately the key to the end political and economic strategy.
Congressman, you have some military experience yourself. You know that generals are sometimes wrong. I'd like to ask you a little bit about your conversation with General Petraeus, but also overall, you know, it sometimes seems like the war just started with the surge, but Americans have been waiting for progress since March of 2003, and really since the summer of 2003, there's been precious little, and we still see American lives being lost. I mean, how much emphasis should we be putting on the surge as opposed to what's been happening since 2003?
Well, I think one thing to keep in mind, I inherited the war when I came to Congress. Many of the factors that influence the current situation are a result of mistakes that were made in 2003. However, we're in the situation that the decisions of the next several months will impact this country and the region for a generation. The reality is we have to deal with the facts on the ground. I think that Dave Petraeus clearly in the American military, especially in the Army, is considered the preeminent expert on counterinsurgency. And what he has done with the limited resources he's had has been quite remarkable in that time. All politics is local, and so is all counterinsurgency. And by putting our troops out in the communities, we've seen a dramatic increase, restoration of security. It's a very sober situation, candidly, but our great young men and women are doing exactly what they were asked to do.
So are we seeing enough progress then so that the members of Congress will understand when the generals say we need more time? Will they be given that time? Or, as the American people have weighed in, they want the Iraqi troops to fend for themselves and get the U.S. troops out of there? How do you parse that divide on Capitol Hill?
Well, I think, you know, when you talk about global warming, we certainly created a lot of greenhouse gas in the House chamber during the last several months. The reality is simple. Congress authorized General Petraeus to do what he's doing. He just got the full resources on the ground. Many of the troops that I talked to at all levels were a little confused why they got the authorization, and then this rhetoric was going on. I think debate's important, but realistically, we need to give them the time they asked for. Dave Petraeus asked until September, where he'll report back, and that's what I think we need to do.
Congressman Davis, real quick though, on General Petraeus, you know, we've seen almost a deification of this man. I mean, he is a brilliant general, no doubt about it, but we also heard very positive things about General Casey before him, about General Sanchez before him. We've also heard positive things about the Iraqi leadership, and they go one by one by one, they leave. I mean, aren't we arguably putting too much pressure on one man? This struggle is much larger than David Petraeus.
Well, certainly one personality can become the face of the war. I won't comment on the other individuals, but I will say the opinion that matters is the opinion in the Army. And among his peers and subordinates, he's held in great regard. His great success in Mosul during Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003 was quite remarkable, what he was able to accomplish on his own. And in many ways, he prophetically saw what would occur without a localized strategy. And he's carrying that out now. I think the real issue is to allow them to carry out the mission that they've been given and then evaluate at that point what's in the best national security interests of this country.
Congressman Davis, fresh back from Iraq. Good to see you safe and sound, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, stay tuned. Guess who's coming up? Actor Blair Underwood, and he's involved in a murder mystery. He'll explain next. You're watching Fox and Friends.